Hey guys, welcome back. Jaguar Wright is facing backlash this week after taking back her negative statements about Jay-Z and denying that she ever accused him of sexual assault. She claims that some people have edited videos to make it look like she said bad things about him. There are also rumors that Jay-Z's legal team is preparing a defamation lawsuit against her. In response, Jaguar has threatened to sue a YouTuber for posting an interview she says was heavily edited or chopped and screwed to misrepresent her words. To be clear, I don't have any personal issues with Jaguar. In fact, we share similar views about the entertainment industry. While working on this video, I noticed that many of my points match things she's said before, though most of what she shared was already familiar to me. So at first, I respected her efforts to expose the evil in the industry. Her appearance on Piers Morgan was a strong platform for her message. But over time, she seemed to shift focus, making everything about herself. She involved herself in controversies with Diddy and Jay-Z, even aligning with questionable people to stay in the spotlight. So yeah, this week her behavior, the gaslighting, the manipulation became hard to ignore. I'm not a YouTuber who frequently talks about Jaguar. I've only made 2 videos about her, both tied to her Piers Morgan appearance. At first, I had stopped paying attention to her because I could tell when she wasn't being truthful, but her recent actions have become so frustrating that even hearing her speak has become difficult. Okay, so it took me 2 days to make this video because I had to watch hours of her interviews to gather the receipts. Honestly, I struggle to watch people who lie, which is why I avoid certain YouTubers. Unlike others, I can't hate watch anyone. I just don't have the time or the patience for it. I just can't do it. I'm not gonna watch to be lied to. That's not entertaining to me. I just can't do it. With all that being said, please smash up the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to all the content creators in this video. This is fair use copyright disclaimer. Please enjoy.
Last night,
Yeah.
just remembering, all the sacrifices made to get to this point.
Yeah. So, how long is the list of people who now owe you an apology? Because I'm just brainstorming it in my head here, and the list's getting pretty, it's getting
What
pretty.
what I will say is whatever apologies are owed, give them to God.
Shaming. You said Jay-Z did unthinkable things to you.
I never said Shawn Carter did that to me.
But though, Jag, when I saw that video, you was the first person I thought about. Why? Because you have been telling that shit for so long, and to see something like that online, and then to see it, I know it had to make you feel some kind of way. You was the first person. I was like, damn. Anybody who saw that, and anybody who and listen what you've been saying for these years, they should feel real stupid, real dumbfounded. And I know that affected you just a little bit because you knew it. You know what I'm saying? All this shit and then more. And people don't understand. People, when you see stuff like that, it's a trauma. You are victimizing women, and then know that Jag has seen all this through the industry like that. How the fuck she supposed to be? How is she supposed to act? What she supposed to feel like?
He choked me.
Who?
Diddy?
Who you talking about, baby?
Wait, you need me to drop you down?
See, what people don't understand is the tears that they saw. See, I know what that felt like.
I know what it feels like to be strapped to a bed with a man put a gun in your head and tell you sing, or he's gonna blow your brains out while he's raping you. That's what Shawn Carter done to me.
Wow.
His ass needs to be in jail right now.
He next. Jay-Z.
No, we can go handle that real quick. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about right there. And you know what? What can he say? The damage is already done.
I'm gonna let you just tell the full story, Jack. You take your time.
And this getting the motherfucker up here talking about he's sorry. He apologized. He ain't say I apologize. He say I'm sorry. Sorry ass for sure. Because this is just one of the queens. And how many more? How many thousand more? How many more Jags are they? And then you want to sit up and say what's wrong, and you don't
What
even
the
know how
fuck
to
is
have
the point in talking about it? Because don't nobody want to believe
Why
it.
did she ain't sue you?
See, this the thing. That's why I didn't talk about what happened to me. Because I knew that they would say that I was making it up. So instead, I spoke up for other people with things that I knew to be true. Because that you can't say. It's self-generated.
I wondered it. Because I was wondering in my spirit, because I'm an activist.
I'm no
How is it
different.
that you...
I'm a victim, no different than the rest of them. Which is how I know they all victims. Because I'm one too.
I'm going to be honest with you. I felt that from the beginning, Jag.
Yeah.
We just ain't never been able to be on here to do it. Because I was like, how did
You don't know what it feels like to wake up in your hotel room and to know that your husband left and was paid to leave. And that nigga is sitting there waiting for you to wake up. Watching you sleep. Or the car that comes and picks you up. And you better get in. Or the studio session that you booked. And you show up for work and everybody's gone, but that nigga's there. And everybody got paid to leave. You got a session on the books. And the only thing you writing is tears.
Because if you really wanted to sue somebody, you should have sued me by now. You should have sued me. Your lawyer got my number. He called us. I mean, he had other people call, but it is his firm.
And for you guys to try to take that and tie that to Shawn Carter, to find a way to give him a reason to sue me for defamation.
It's your time. I told you, Shawn. I told you on Pierce. You are going to respond. And no one's going to let you get away with anything from here on out, especially not me.
Are you going to stand up to Jay-Z? Are you ready to sue him?
I know the context.
What he did to you was horrendous. Are you ready to sue him?
You don't know what he's done to me because I've never told anyone.
Shawn Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it.
So there's been so many people on the internet trying to figure out where you are. They're watching you. They're doing all types of stuff trying to figure you out.
You want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That Cassie shit, that's nothing.
So are you trying to say like Jay-Z put hands on you?
I'm saying Shawn Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy. I'm gonna get you. And I told you I would. And I'm gonna keep my word. And you're gonna pay me in full. I got your boy Diddy by the nuts. How long you think before I'll have yours right here in mine?
Shaming. You said Jay-Z did unthinkable things to you.
I never said Shawn Carter did that to me.
Have anybody ever asked you, have you ever been at a Puffy party? Or you been there?
In more ways than one.
Oh, so you been with Diddy?
Hell no, I never touched that piece of
Oh.
I knew what he was.
Okay.
I wish I'd have known what Jay-Z was.
What you mean?
I think the hardest part of all of this for me is knowing how smart I am and knowing how I got fooled.
You dealt with Jay-Z?
I know him. In more ways than one. He the only thing I'm embarrassed about. He ain't nothing but shame.
Well, so you care to share something you feel like?
He ain't no different than Diddy.
Oh, yes. But have you and him?
He just do it different.
Have you and Jay-Z ever had a run-in?
I know what his hands feel like.
Gotcha.
In more ways than one. Shame. That man don't bring nothing but shame.
You all right?
I wish you was here.
Me too.
I got the letters.
What letters?
PTSD, bipolar, you know, those letters that get you off crimes.
Got you.
Your mental health.
Got you. You out for Shawn Carter? Jay-Z.
He out for everybody else. He out for him.
Have you been at a party with Shawn Carter? With Jigga?
I did more than that. A lot more than
Anything else you want to talk about, Jag? Because it seemed like it's something there with you and Jay-Z, but you don't want to open up.
You don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I do. That's what I'm asking. I want to hear it. Huh?
You looking for a beef? Because anything I got to tell you is only going to make you mad.
All right, let me hear it. Let's go.
I know exactly how Cassie feels. I know exactly how long it took her to recover. Because that kicked me the same way he kicked her. choked me the same way you choked Diddy choked her. They the same person. He's abusive and he's cruel. And he stole. He tried to steal everything I love. But what he done to Free? That boy is his son. And he'd rather him die than anybody know. She can't even work. She gave birth to a blessing, and all it's done is cursed her. And they wonder why I had an abortion. I think I ought to go, Terrence.
All right. All right, talk to you later.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Shaming. You said Jay-Z did unthinkable things to you.
I never said Shawn Carter did that to me.
Because I remember when that happened to me, running out of that hotel room with a sheet. And he came out and he grabbed me by my hair and he dragged me back. And
Wow.
he just hit the shit out of me until I stopped fighting. And then he had his way.
Whoa.
Was it somebody in the industry?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. The media side wants me to ask who, but then the brotherly side wants you to keep that private. So if you want to disclose it, you can, but if not, we definitely respect that too.
I'm going to pay my debt and I'm going to collect what's owed to me in my own way. Y'all don't want nothing to do with that. Trust me. You don't want me to say that.
Oh, yeah.
Not today.
Respect.
Yeah.
So let's talk. I seen a video.
What I will say is that Shawn Carter is vicious and violent. And what he don't do with his own hands, he will pay others to do. And he films it all and he watches it. Like I said, there's another tape of me out there. I just don't know where it's going to pop up.
So there's a video circulating out there. I seen it today, actually. Which you speaking
I'm on a Diddy tape.
Say it again.
I'm on a Diddy tape.
Which one?
That person I was just speaking of. I was there with him.
A lot of people thought that I was just being mean to Courtney Burgess or being cheeky with Ariel Kidd or being hard on Lamisha Fuller. But the truth is, I wasn't.
I'm just saying.
I just knew something that no one else knew.
Yeah.
I knew they were all lying. I want her dealt with, then call the authorities and have her cited for fraud, because that's what it was. It was public corruption and fraud. And she collected a lot of money for a story that's not hers. That's wrong.
I kind of get why you're feeling like that.
Like that crap that he got was the actual original stuff that went out. Because I can tell you for a fact that I know what left the IV. I know what left from the dining room, and I know what left from the kitchen. The day that Kim started disseminating her book just before she passed away, right after Cassie ran. See, he ain't saying nothing real. Question is who gave it to you, Courtney? Because I know how I got my piece, because I actually had a piece of that book. You ain't get my piece, Courtney? Guess you're missing a few things.
Yeah.
What you gonna say? I didn't see you at the Ivy that day. Nobody did. So who gave it to you? Y'all play too much. But you're a desperate man, and I know you are. You would have to be desperate to play this kind of chicken with the law.
It's just nuts. It's just nuts how people just enjoy being lied to, you know?
What do you mean you going by what I'm saying? I didn't write no book. I didn't publish no documents. Up until today, no one has ever heard me say that I even had my own access to what was actually written down. I've never admitted that. And I'm actually putting my life on the line right now doing it. And I'm putting some other people in jeopardy that I care about. But I'm doing it for what's right. And I'm just going to have to stand on that.
If you lie about one thing, if you lie about another thing, if you lie about another thing, chances are you just lie about anything. Meanwhile, you got videos with fake victims telling lies, confusing the jury pool, racking up a couple million views in just under a month.
It's funny because
there are 3 women I know right now in my life. They've been in my life for 6 years. I've been caring for them for 3 years. I got them off of Epstein Island. I cannot say where they are in the world. What I can say is when they got into the boat, they were roughed.
Wow.
It's just nuts. It's just nuts how people just enjoy being lied to, you know?
There are 3 women I know right now in my life. They've been in my life for 6 years. I've been caring for them for 3 years. I got them off of Epstein Island.
The issue that I'm having is that she's taking all of these fictional stories and she's inserting herself into them.
Question is who gave it to you, Courtney? Because I know how I got my piece, because I actually had a piece of that book. You ain't get my piece, Courtney?
And the people who pretend to be these people, you got to take pity in them, because what kind of person would want to be known as somebody who's lived through some of the things I've lived through? You got to be a really sad person to admire the attention that someone else's pain brings. It's kind of low. Am I wrong, guys?
Nope.
Like, who would want to be a Diddy victim?
Yeah.
You got it that there's something off there. Somebody said, oh, the whistleblowers are fighting and Jag is getting rid of everyone because she's used to be the only one lying, and she's lying and she's doing.
Yeah.
And the whistleblowers, it's the attack of the whistleblowers. Jaguar's gobbling up all of the whistleblowers because no one lies like she lies. You know, it's like, are you kidding me? Who's fighting to be the most annoyed human being on the planet? I am annoyed more than your average human being on a whole nother level. Who wants the pleasure of that? And for all of you people who are jealous of the attention that our pain brings, shame on you. Go get a life. Really. Get a life. Because thinking that accepting money and sympathy for things you've never gone through, as terrible as the things some of us have been through, that is egregious. And that would make you one of the most pathetic people on the face of the planet. Nobody wants to be this. Who wants to be this? Who in their right mind would want this?
Let's move to the next one. Jag,
Sure.
is it true that Jay-Z was inappropriate with you, or can you talk about that?
There are certain things that I can say and I can't say. See, what everybody wants me to do is come out with my victim story. Everybody wants me to talk about all of the terrible details, and then people will start weighing in about whether or not I'm going to sue. Am I going to do the lawsuit like Cassie? Am I this, that? And your typical person would. I'm not typical. Whatever happened between me and Mr. Carter happened between me and Mr. Carter. Like I've said on several occasions, everything that he's done to me, he also has on tape. Whether he did it himself or sent one of his friends to do it. Hi, Tata.
Or off camera, you talked about your tattoo.
Yeah.
Can you tell the people about your tattoo? I find that very interesting.
My star?
Yes.
It's a cover-up.
What's on the cover? What was before
It
the
covered
cover?
up the goat's mask that sat at the top of my spine.
What is that?
It was a Baphomet.
And for the people that don't know what that is, can you explain what that is?
It is a symbol that you are protected by the devil and that you are one of the devil's own. No different than Black China had.
Right. And what made you get this tattoo?
Protection.
Right.
I just wanted them to leave me alone.
And by having this tattoo, you were protected at the time.
Left alone.
Left alone.
They want you to wear their symbols.
Iconography that stood out to you that was repeating.
The Baphomet tattoo.
And was it the hand up and one hand to the side Baphomet tattoo, or was it the head?
The horns, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And that was a repeating symbol throughout.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
And
Sorry,
in certain circles, it's used as entry.
Okay, like a Brandon.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have one.
What I will say is I hope somebody calls me. I want to testify to everything I know on the record.
Let's move to the next one. Jag,
Sure.
is it true that Jay-Z was inappropriate with you, or can you talk about that?
There are certain things that I can say and I can't say. See, what everybody wants me to do is come out with my victim story. Everybody wants me to talk about all of the terrible details, and then people will start weighing in about whether or not I'm going to sue. Am I going to do the lawsuit like Cassie? Am I this, that? And your typical person would. I'm not typical. Whatever happened between me and Mr. Carter happened between me and Mr. Carter. Like I've said on several occasions, everything that he's done to me, he also has on tape. Whether he did it himself or sent one of his friends to do it. Hi, Tata. The only thing I'm interested in collecting is all of the money he's been stealing from me for over 15 years now. It's in the tens of millions. I want my bread, G. And everything that up, like all the rest of that, we'll settle up. We'll settle up. But my victim story isn't to be exploited, and I'm not going to use it for financial gain, which is why I decided to do things the way I'm doing them. Because as a victim, I can speak for other victims. I can advocate for them. I can share enough pieces of my story publicly so they can hear it and know, hey, he did the same thing to me. It wasn't just me, because the thing that Mr. Carter is very good at doing is convincing people that they're the only one, for the good or for the bad.
Ask Jaguar why she recorded herself throwing her dead son's ashes on people.
Well, I guess it's time to answer that last question as well. I do not practice the same form of spirituality that everyone else does. I follow Yeshua. I serve the almighty living God. And I acknowledge all sides of God. God the Father, God the Mother, and God the Son. I don't believe in doves, and I don't believe in lambs. I believe in the source that sources this world, the energy that sources us all. And I believe in the true words that were written down on tablet. Now, a lot of people read a book that they know is the Bible, and there's a lot of truth in it, just like Kim Porter's memoir. And it's also shrouded in a bunch of lies, just like Kim Porter's memoir. I think the problem with religion is that we spend too much time trying to figure out who got it right, rather than realizing we all got it right. And it's just the different lies that they put in it that make them different. I study the old ways. I study the ways that came before Yeshua was born. The things that I practice and the things that I know go back tens of thousands of years, not just a few hundred. The truth is I've studied every religion, and it led me to the truth. And the truth is there is no religion. There's just God, and there is us. Now, there are some people that practice the things that I practice. And the beautiful thing about practicing the old ways is that it works. Whether you use it for good or whether you use it for evil, because all of it was witchcraft. All of it. Especially the things that happened before and the things that happened after. See, what I am would terrify most of you if you actually knew. Matter of fact, if any of you actually knew what I truly am, you wouldn't ask me stupid questions like that at all. See, when you open the door to certain questions, you better be sure you're ready for the answer. And if you want to know how I know Beyonce is a witch, I'll say it as simple as this. It takes one to know one.
Yeah, there it is. Now we know.
Period.
It's just nuts. It's just nuts how people just enjoy being lied to, you know?